So let's jump into some other news. We had a very interesting letter come from the Kyberswap hacker just today or last night when I was sleeping. And for anybody who is not up on this story, the Kyberswap hacker stole $47 million using a very complex and almost a noble hack at the time to be able to manipulate the price of the Kyberswap LPs using concentrated liquidity so that he could essentially run reentrancy and steal all this money. And so he took the money. He wrote this original letter saying, like, please don't say bad things to me. Talk nicely to me and everything will be great. And I will give you my declaration of what I think the Kyber party should do here. And so last night he delivered. So let's read this because I thought this was just crazy. Garrett, did you see this yet? No? Oh, man, okay. Everybody's in for a fucking wild ride here. Okay, so let's read this. So he says, to all relevant and or interested parties, I thank you for your attention and patience during this uncertain time for Kyber, as well as the Kyber company. Below, I have delineated a treaty for us to agree to. My demands are as follows. Number one, complete executive control over Kyber, the company. Number two, temporary full authority and ownership over the governance mechanism in order to enact legislative changes. My current wallet address is fine for this. Number three, all documents and information related to the company, protocol formation, structure, operation, revenues, profits, expenses, assets, liabilities, investors, salaries, etc. And four, surrender of all Kyber assets. This is by the company. This is both off-chain and on-chain. It includes, but is not limited to, shares, equity tokens, partnerships, blogs, websites, servers, passwords, codes, social channels, and any and all creative and intellectual property of Kyber. Once my demands are met, I will provide the following. Number one, executives, you will be bought out of the company at a fair valuation. You will be wished well in your future endeavors. You haven't done anything wrong. A small error was made, rounding in the wrong direction. It could have been made by anyone. Simply bad luck. Number two, employees. Under the new regime, your salary will be doubled. Sounds nice. It is understandable that many current employees will want to leave regardless. The employees who don't want to stay will be given a 12-month severance with full benefits and assistance in finding a new career. No questions asked. It's actually pretty nice. He's thinking of the little guy here. Token holders and investors. Under this treaty, your tokens will no longer be worthless. Is this not sweet enough? I'll go further still. Under my management, Kyber will undergo a complete makeover. It will no longer be the seventh most popular DEX, but rather a new cryptographic project. And fourth, LPs. You will be gifted a rebate on your recent market-making activity. The rebate will be for 50% of the losses that you have incurred. I know this is probably less than what you wanted. However, it is also more than you deserve. This is my best offer. This is my only offer. I require my demands to be met by December 10th. Otherwise, the treaty falls through. Additionally, should I be contacted by agents from any of the 206 sovereignties concerning the trades I placed on Kyber, the treaty falls through. In this case, rebates will total to exactly zero. Kyber is one of the original and longest running DeFi protocols. No one wants to see it go under. To assist with the transition of leadership, I may be contacted on Telegram at Kyber Director. We should write Kyber Director and see if he'll do an interview. Thank you. Thank you, Kyber Director. I'm going to do that right now.
So I'm not a legal person, but in the event that Kyber actually discussed and agreed to this, would that actually get the hacker off the hook? Would the hacker have to be able to communicate in Zoom meetings, or would they have to communicate entirely through crypto messages?
I think they want to write them on Telegram.
Okay, so in theory, it's possible.
What should we
CEO?
Yeah, so what should we ask Kyber Director about his for an interview? I got him on Telegram right now. What should we ask?
If they'll come on the show and docs.
Well, I don't know if he'll come in the show with docs, but like, you know, what burning questions do we have for him? Maybe like,
Curious where they're located. If they are
yeah.
206 jurisdictions or whatever they called it.
Yes, please give us your exact GPS coordinates. We're definitely not the feds. We're definitely not the feds.
Are they like on a boat with Sam Trabucco international waters?
I'm going to ask him, why do you want to take over control of the Kyber company? What's the benefit?
I think in any case, this case is definitely going to end up in the history of our crypto industry because not sure if it's trolling, but in any case, it's kind of unique. And it's definitely not afraid of leaving traces because in the end, a lot of people are, I'm sure, are tracking him.
Yeah.
So him playing this way, maybe he's feeling very safe or he's somewhere unreachable. But not going to say it's impressive, but it's definitely crazy.
Question number 2 is like, are you aware that the more that you communicate, the more traces there are to find you?
I guess I'd like to hear more about their vision for Kyber. It sounds like they're angling
that's a good
to be
question.
CEO.
Yeah,
like,
what's your vision for?
What are the specific steps they're going to take to get it to number 1? Like, I'm sure everyone is interested in that, right?
Yeah. To number 1. Okay, got that one. Right. We'll take community questions as well too, if anybody's listening. You know, we'll work on this. Maybe we can get a couple of answers for world first exclusives for Leviathan News here. It's nice that he included a TG handle.
I imagine they're overwhelmed with messages at the moment.
Yes, exactly. But I'm sure he'll read ours at some point. This is a very strange situation because most of the time the hackers are either white hats and they take a bounty and they give the money back, or they're black hats and they just steal it and you don't never see it again. But in this case, this guy looks to be like chaotic evil or chaotic. What do you think? Neutral evil, chaotic evil.
In a sense, lawful because they're trying to like work within the existing structure, right?
What, like lawful evil?
I guess they'd see themselves as lawful neutral.
Well, I mean, they're not lawful neutral. I mean, they're like lawful evil, right? Because they stole in the first place. So a lawful evil character is an evil character who tries to impose or uphold a lawful system on others without regard for their wishes.
But presuming they get the CEO job, they'd return the money at that point, right?
I believe in the docs, they said they would return 50% to the LPs. And then in addition to that, I don't know where the other 50% would go.
So it's like a signing bonus.
Maybe the other 50% is going to pay those employees' salaries. Like, that's a pretty nice offer. Like, if you're an employee of Kyber, you get a 100% pay increase. And if you want to leave the company, then he's going to pay for 12 months of severance.
Still, it's a bad situation to step in as CEO if your LP has just lost half. So
exactly, right.
I think if he takes the LP job, he might just get a change of heart and return everything.
Yeah, I think
Kyber should go for it. Like, Kyber should just agree and see what happens.
I think he's just screwing around. You know, what's interesting about this is that the Kyber token really hasn't taken a hit at all. How much was this? All of Kyber's TVL? Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know, I'm afraid, but
yes. Yeah. So they had like $86 million worth of TVL before the hack, and now they have 7. So unfortunate for them.
I think I saw someone commenting on how basically like hacks have become like so routine in the industry that there's now basically like a playbook. So maybe we enter an era where, like, if your protocol gets hacked, it doesn't actually impact the token price.
Yeah. Did you see that pic that I put in the feed yesterday about the ENS name called, where is this? It's like, it's the feds. It was like feds, yes or no. So it's FBI Crime Complaint Center IC3Florida.eth. Feds, yes or no. And they've been sending off messages to like the hackers. Let me pull up the Etherscan here and you can see it. I saw somebody share this yesterday. And they're sending messages off. So here's the Poloniex hacker that they've been sending messages to. And essentially the messages are like, hello, Poloniex is ready to increase the size of your reward. Our first priority is to recover clients' funds. This is why we want to come to an agreement with you. What percentage of the reward do you want to receive in exchange for returning the remaining funds back to Poloniex? The person who hacked Curve Finance turned out to be a white hat and returned the funds back to Curve after our dialogue. We hope that you will too turn out to be a white hat and return most of the funds back to Poloniex. You will be left with honestly earned money. Just write to us the amount of the desired reward. Seems suspect. If I was trying to like psyop somebody, that's definitely what I would write. And also,
similar, maybe the same account after the Curve hack, deliver a message to the Curve hacker. So it's
oh yeah, the same account. Look here.
Oh, there it is.
Yes.
So I mean, if it's a LARP, it's kind of like I don't know what's gained by like being so fastidious. Like you could actually see like a low-level FBI staffer sitting there at their keyboard.
Yeah.
Doing it. I don't know.
They're very nice though and cordial in how they write. So yeah, it's all a little crazy. I think this is I've not seen the negotiations take place like this before, but you know, there's a first for everything in crypto.